Hello and welcome back to day 2 of APTA CSM in Washington, D.C. My name is Kyle Stapleton, your Director of Communications of the APTA Student Assembly Board of Directors. And here we're joined with Kendra Harrington. So Kendra, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
So, yes, my name is Kendra Harrington. I am the Director of Residency and Fellowship Accreditation for the American Physical Therapy Association. So in my role, I work with the Department of Education to oversee the post-professional education for physical therapists and what's available, especially through residency and fellowship education. And my secondary role is to manage the American Board of Physical Therapy Residency and Fellowship Education, so known as ABPTRFE. ABPTRFE is the accreditation group for all physical therapy programs in both clinical and non-clinical areas of practice for physical therapy.
You know, one question that I keep hearing from students, and it's a very common question, is what is the difference between a residency and a fellowship in physical therapy?
So, very excellent question. So, I like to bring folks back to more of the medical model and that thinking, because a lot of individuals understand that. They've been doing it for years.
Exactly.
And so, in physical therapy, in your DPT degree, you're going to graduate and you're going to know a lot of things, but, you know, very little depth within things.
Right.
The intent of residency education and residency training is to really help you determine and go into a specialized area of practice, to really become a specialist, hopefully sit for board certification in one of the defined areas of practice. Now, beyond residency training is where fellowship education comes in, and that's really to take a deeper dive into a more focused area of practice. Some like to call it subspecialty training, so it's beyond that residency area.
Yeah. And when should students, consider pursuing a residency?
So there's never a right time, one size fits all for everybody. We do see a trend where a lot of people know what they want to do when they graduate. They know they want to do orthopedics or neurology or geriatrics, and they decide to take that residency training immediately upon graduation.
Right.
There are others that they have learned so much during their professional degree that they're not really sure. They love geriatrics and neurology and maybe pediatrics. So we usually recommend for those individuals is get out there, practice, and really see what you love and what you're passionate about. Because you will spend time, in additional education, but what the programs are hoping for is that you are going to be the face of that specialty in the future. And so it's, again, never a right time. We see folks that are 10 years outside of graduation and they decide, you know what, now's the right time for me.
Exactly. So there really isn't a right time.
There is not.
Whenever you feel the need for it, you can consider it and do some more research on it and consider applying for it, which is great.
Correct.
And another one of the common questions that students are talking about, especially in the student neighborhood, is how to make themselves, the best candidate for, and a strong candidate for residency applications. So how do they go about doing that?
So I do know a lot of programs look for folks that are APTA members. They value that profession. Professionalism is a lot of what's involved there. But also they want to know that you're vested. Again, they're going to spend a lot of time and energy educating you, and they want you to grow and be a leader in the field in that specialty area. So the recommendation is, if it's a specific area of practice, go to the academy or the section, get involved. Are there special interest groups that you can do? If you're still in your professional degree and you are working on your research or whatnot, can you focus that research in that area of practice that you're interested in applying? So they're looking for individuals that are well-rounded and that really know that that's the area of practice that they want to go into.
Absolutely. Kendra Harrington, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure to have you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome. And we'll be back with some more interviews from APTA CSM in Washington, D.C.